Now let's understand the 4-10 relationship in the Navamsha studies. This is the relationship between a house and a house which is fourth from itself. Let's say the first house in the fourth house, for example. And whatever goes on in the position in fourth place from a house will affect the house 10th from itself, meaning the one where from which we counted. That's the 4-10 relationship. Yes? For example, 4-10 relationship is shared between any house fourth place ahead of it. That means the houses 2 to 5, for example. The second house and the fifth house share a 4-10 relationship. Because second from the fourth from the second house is the fifth house, 10th from the fifth house counting counterclockwise is back to the second house. It's the interrelationship play between two houses, really speaking. Same way is sixth and ninth house. The sixth house of work, ninth house of higher learning. They also share a 4-10 relationship. But that's between the house aspects, meaning whatever goes on in the ninth house, right, where the ninth house will find peace and understanding is by working in the sixth house properly. You see, 10th place from itself. So the fourth house shows where the comfort, peace and privacy is desired. Take the example of Aries from first house to fourth house, for example, the classic one. From the Kalpurusha Lagna. So from the first house in an Aries ascendant, fourth house is Cancer. Fourth house is home, privacy, heart, mother, homeland, etc. So fourth house is where comfort, peace, privacy, heart-centered emotion is needed by the individual because it is from the first house. First house is the individual. The results will be felt 10th from itself. So whatever peace of mind you find in the fourth house will directly affect you because it goes back to the ascendant. That is the first and the fourth house. We are taking the same principle and extrapolating it to all other houses as well. Okay? So let's take 2 and 5 houses for example. The more love, education and intelligence one is nurtured with fifth house, the better results will be felt in the second house, which is home, wealth, better communication, abundance and so on. See the link between 2 and 5? It's taken an example there. Fourth from a house shows aspect of peace, fulfillment, rest, home, like Cancer. You have to bring those aspects into the particular house in order for the result to be felt 10th behind it, 10th from it, okay, counting counterclockwise. So fourth from a house shows aspects of peace, aspects of fulfillment, rest, home, mother, motherland, heart-centered consciousness. And 10th from the house shows accomplishments in terms of success, status, fame, like Capricorn. Fourth one shows like Cancer. If you need to bring peace into a particular house, first try to bring the elements of the house and then count 10th from it. That other house will also be affected. There is no house in astrology which is singular and stands by itself, as we are beginning to see, right? In the last 2 ones we saw. Going forward, you will understand this more and more, that no house in astrology stands alone and in and of itself. It is always sharing relationship with another house in the chart, every other house actually. Okay? And to extend this further, it can even be extended to planets. Whichever planets are deposited, bundled up in one house, you need to see all these aspects, how it is weighing in relationship to other houses or other areas of your life. What is natal versus Navamsha? Number 1. Natal chart is all about physical body, personality, physical events of life, everything that is physical, your physical body. Even the 1 to 12 houses stands for specific places in the human body. For example, Pisces stands for feet, Aries stands for head, and everything in between stands from head to feet. Fifth house stands for the stomach. So it's all about physicality, physical events, physical personality, and it comes and goes as the physical events of life, as jobs, as people, as relationships, as money, as health, change in personality, change in desires, and so on. That's the natal chart. Navamsha, on the other hand, is all about your internal self, your soul self, your internal drives as you mature. Now, typically, most astrologers agree that it is considered to mature, or Navamsha is supposed to kick in at 32 years of age or onwards of a person's life. Everything beyond 32 years or 36 years, some astrologers say, considering maturity of Saturn. Or even after you have an intimate relationship of any kind, Navamsha starts off. So even if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, you are starting your Navamsha straight away. Okay, even if it's at an early age. Keep this in mind. Number 3, for transits and remedies of any kind. Now, so many people are giving out remedies on YouTube and online and on classes. Remember this, for transits and remedies, only take the natal charts. They are consulted because it has to do with the physical aspect of our life. What comes and goes. See the point number 1. So remedies and transits are only applicable or should be applied to natal chart and not to Navamsha or any further divisional charts, because natal chart has got still the highest number of points in Vedic astrology, and they are all about physical events and physical bodies. Everything physical in nature, everything in 3D. Number 4, the way to understand natal Navamsha relationship is study natal chart as the basis. That's a foundational basis. Navamsha as the means the soul is using to accomplish that which is already there in the natal chart. So essentially speaking, Navamsha ascendant, planets, etc. are mapped back into the natal chart to compare and study where the position of the sign planet has shifted and where is the area of focus of life, work, health, relationships, the soul desires to experience. Once we understand the basics of the house, the sign, the planet, the house relationships, only then can we begin to understand the process of study of planets, case studies, Atmakaraka, and so on. Okay, keep this as the basis of all understanding as we go further. Now pay close attention to what we deal with in this 410 relationship, because it's got a very deep meaning here, especially with respect to these 4 Kendras, right? The foundation. Kendra means foundation of your chart. So in Vedic astrology, whatever planets are deposited in the houses 1st, 4th, 7 and 10 are given the maximum weightage, maximum importance, because they affect you in most deep and profound ways in terms of the 410 relationship. Because if you look at it, we have taken the Leo ascendant here as an example. So in the 410 relationship, if you notice, the 7th house, which is Aquarius in case of Leo ascendant, has got Taurus as the 4th relationship, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And the 10th house has got a 410 relationship with the 1st house, that is you. Whatever goes on in the profession affects your peace of mind. Whatever goes on in home, 1st to 4th house, affects you as your peace of mind. So whatever is your home environment and whatever is your professional environment directly affects you one way or the other. Yes? Same way with whatever goes on in your house affects whatever happens with your spouse. Now, each one of these houses has got a 410 relationship with each other. So you see the 4th house has got a 410 relationship with the spouse. So 4th house and 7th house, that means your home, your family, your peace of mind has got relationship with the spouse and their state of affairs, or the state of affairs of this house. In the similar fashion, whatever happens with the house of spouse, others, business, partnerships, okay, your interaction with others has an impact on your career. 10th house, 7th house and 10th house share a 410 relationship. And same way, whatever happens in your career, profession, status, job, business, career has direct impact on you as an individual. Again, a 4-10 relationship, right? Everything is 4-10 relationship. I've taken the 4th one. Let's take the 10th one here in Kendra, for example. We need to spend a little bit of time on this so that we understand the depth and even the philosophical and practical depths of Vedic astrology here. What is the 10th house from house of spouse? It's the house of home. If you count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every house shares a 10th relationship with the other one as well. In addition to the 4th relationship, it also shares the 10th relationship. Second house 10th relationship is with the house of spouse. First house 10th relationship is with the 10th house. You see? So the 1, 4, 7 and 10 become guidelines of what peace of mind, what contentment, where your heart lies, and how it affects one another deeply and profoundly. Especially in these key areas. Your home, your family, your home front, your spouse, your father, your business, your partnerships, your status in the society, and who you are as an individual. All these dictate one another. That's the Kendras. That's 4-10 relationship is all the Kendras. Of course, there is a 4-10 relationship between others as well. Let's say, for example, for a Leo ascendant, it is, for all ascendants actually, 5th house to 8th house is a 4-10 relationship. 8th house to 11th house is a 4-10 relationship. Right? And same way, 11th house to 2nd house is a 4-10 relationship. It goes on in the Upacha houses as well. So for a Leo ascendant, if they want to have more peace of mind with regard to their career, they need to work on the 4th aspect. What is the 4th aspect guiding this? The spouse and how you treat your spouse needs to be important. How you manage your relationship with others needs to be important for you, because then only it provides the 4th house of peace. Peace will be attained here, provided it is attained here. And how will you develop this unconventional relationship? Aquarius is everything unconventional. Check out the 11th house. What does it require in the 11th house? See the interplay of different houses. It is Gemini. It is all about communication skills. And that is going to affect your home and family, because that's also the house of Mercury. Mercury plays in 2 houses. So how a Leo ascendant will cultivate communication skills with the rest of the masses, communication skills in an unconventional way with others, will dictate how the communication, food and resources play out in the 2nd house. You see the interplay of different kinds of 4-10 relationships. Every house is dependent on one another for this. Let's analyze this in a different way for the Libra ascendant. Just another perspective. These are all points for you to consider. For the Libra ascendant, let's take career for example. It's ruled by Cancer. So for a Libra ascendant, they are very emotional about their career. They need to find peace of mind in their career in order for them to shine. This is very important for the Libra ascendant. If they are not emotionally connected to the work, the Libra ascendant fails to succeed, because it is ruled by a royal sign, ruled by Cancer, sign of moon. Everything is about emotional body. Whatever happens in the 10th house for a Libra ascendant, they will carry directly into their emotional body. They are most affected in their emotional body by what happens at their work for all Libra ascendants. That's directly evident, yes? Now, if we extend this argument, if this house wants to find peace, where will it find it? 4th from itself. That is the 1st house. The house will find peace if it works on itself. What does it mean? The 4th house is the 1st house, and it's the sign of Libra. Therefore, it needs to work on itself. Therefore, the Libra ascendant needs to work on itself and on its partnerships and on its relationship with others in order that they may find peace within their career. Libra needs to cultivate social skills, diplomacy. Like Swati Nakshatra there, for example, we covered the nakshatras in other ones. Now you can tie the nakshatras as well. All these three nakshatras which fall in Libra need to cultivate social skills in order to master or find peace within their career. What are we looking for in career? One of the things, what we love to do. Follow your bliss. All that is said, right? For every ascendant, it's different. You can work out. You can leave your comments if you have worked something out here. Affects the other one. This fourth one is where you need to find peace, so that this one attains some kind of a peace in itself. That's the 4-10 relationship. It will directly affect 10th place from itself. 10th from the first house is the 10th house here. Same way, for the same Libra ascendant, the 4th house is Capricorn. So unless you work on, Capricorn stands for work, unless you work on the home front, you take care of all matters of the home front properly, your spouse is not going to find that peace of mind, because this house gets peace only in this place. So the spouse has to find peace of mind. Unless for the Libra ascendant the spouse finds peace of mind, a home will tend to look like a workplace. It will feel like burden. It will feel like responsibility. See the connection? I'm putting both the signs and the house's connectivity here. So this is the way you analyze the 4-10 relationship. Next one, we shall do the 5-9 relationships. Until then, take care.